Moja majka ima svoj svet. Ona nikada nije bila u stanju da se brine o meni. Oboje nas je odgajala moja baka u ovom uobičajenom malom stanu u Beogradu.
Well, almost 10 years ago, Dida was diagnosed with a cancer, and it didn't look really good and bright. So I decided to find out a bit more who my mother was. I mean, I grew up with her, but she was kind of my little sister, not my mother, because my grandmother was my real mother, although my mother is a biological mother. They told me she won't really live long, so I decided I have to film this. And this would be just for me. I didn't want to make a movie, so all these wide shots or tableaus, a lot of times I would just put the camera on the sofa, not thinking about the angle or whatever. It was a lot of times I didn't even use microphone or a tripod. I mean, this movie at the beginning wasn't really planned. So I threw out this process of her being ill, sick, and then developing through a few years. I would just have a morning, we drink rakia, which is a plum brandy, and a coffee in the morning. So I would just mostly film these wide shots of them, like maybe almost an hour, one shot. So eventually also in editing afterwards was quite hard because we didn't have any pickups or close-ups to edit. And also this brings a bit of balance between not to be too intimate. This was a big subject for us that because the life made this movie in a way that we didn't stage anything. We were just observing the process or the life of the two. And in our life also, throughout these years, we changed, I think, 3 or 4 cameras. So, was a thing. But I thank you that you like the camera. I'm really glad. We pulled out the best we could from the material, I think.
Yeah, it was actually in the beginning, it was more a movie about the two women. And then during development, we realized, or we got the feedbacks, that it's more interesting to have also Nikola's angle in the movie, or his role is very interesting to have in the movie. So that's how we developed that, that we should be a part of it, and mainly Nikola, of course, because he's the most attached to the story, and it should be also his view on the story. So it was a process basically.
Alo, baba!
Od tada živim između 2 zemlje i 3 žene.
Ajde vidimo ti mi,
Ja ću tako ovdje da napravim.
A oni nek pasaju sve.
Jer mi je lakše da imam jedan.
Znaš šta, ja ću da vam se smejem, ovako ću da vam mačem.
Dobro, čekaj, čuti.
Ja se nadam da ćete svi 3 biti i da će doći još nešto, pa će vam možda i pomoći malo.
Eto kuc, kako se
Ne znam kako se tačno ne zove, mnogo je slatka, mala kuca, jel vidiš? Da nije to čivava.
A šta si juče imala?
A juče nisam imala ništa. Znači za 2 dana sam celu penziju da tačno potrošila.
Well, 10 years of the idea, but 8 years of filming.
It's 150 to 200 hours, but for the last 5 years we always met our editor every year, maybe once or twice. And before that, Nikola and me, we would go throughout all the material and write down what's happening and so on, and then go fastly through it with our editor and discuss it and find out in which direction we should go or what would she need. The filming in the beginning was really bad, so there was not really good material maybe. I think that was for us the reason to really continue and to get to the points later on when Nikola and Dida find the way together. Because it was even faster in the beginning, and we always try to make it a bit more silent so the audience can follow. And maybe we are still a bit too fast. It was just a way to get to the point where grandmother is dying and the real, let's say, story is starting.
Znači za 2 dana sam celu penziju da tačno potrošila.
These kind of collages. My mother, she's fascinated with this. She does this for years. She has like closets full of these her art pieces, I can say. She has her own system. I tried to figure out throughout the movie but she's fascinated. From one side, she has these Bible quotes and God pictures. And then on the other side, she has cooking recipes that she copies and rewrites. And also these local folk stars and dogs. So she would cut this all together and make these kind of collages. We really like this because this is what she is, and this makes her happy eventually. So we decided also our poster, our placard, poster is also like this in that way, and the postcards, and eventually the whole graphic of the movie.
Kako mogu pomoći mojoj majci da živi svoj život, a pritom da ne izgubim svoj?
I 15 puta 100.
Ne znam.
Ili 15 puta 10.
We did a lot of short movies, and I think all of them have this kind of humor because we like to have real topics, but to show it in a humorous way, so it can be a kind of tragic comedy. So first, it's maybe a bit our style, and maybe also the fast editing comes from our short movie making. I just was thinking before about it. So and the other side, of course, it's I think the Balkans, or at least in Serbia, people have this kind of humor because it can be as bad as it is, but what they really have is the humor, and that's what I love so much about the Balkans. They don't take things too serious. Of course, it was in the movie. We didn't have to look for it that much because it was just like this. And also Nikola's relationship with the grandmother and mother, it's a lot of humor in the family. So, and also our editor, she likes this kind of humor. So for us, it was very important to have this tragic comedy.
Dobro,
I saw the film Dida yesterday with my mother, and we really like it. It was really touching, and also like you said, with love of humor. But I had a question: how did react your mother about the idea to do a film?
Well, my mother, we would say in Serbia, she's on my head all the time. What's with my movie? Because the edit and the finalization of the movie took too long. She saw most of the cuts, part of the cuts, but she didn't saw the final movie. And I'm really looking forward to do the premiere in Belgrade, which we planned for September. I mean, there is an option for a festival. Or if not, we'll just do a private premiere. I want her to see this on a big screen and to be a star of the evening. I'm really curious how she will react. I mean, we'll see.
But during the process of the movie, of making the movie.
Yes, what?
How did she react?
She really liked it. I mean, in a way, whenever I had my hands on the camera, I was filming. When I was a kid, I made skate movies. So I filmed my grandmother and mother like throughout these decades, always.
Okay.
So they are really used, and they really like to be filmed. Especially Dida, because it was our mutual thing to do. Whenever I would be there, we would spend days and weeks and even months of filming with each other. So now, last time I went there, I had my camera, and she was kind of worried. Why don't I film? What's wrong? So, but in a way, yeah, she really liked it, and I believe she will love the movie. And she really liked to be filmed. She's natural, let's say. So, yeah.
Okay, many thanks.
A star is born.
Yes, exactly. One more thing, because she knows we do movies and we are always doing festivals and whatever, and I'm always with my camera, but she never saw us like on a festival or on a stage. So I'm really curious, how will this be for her, the whole experience? I really hope for a festival, so it's really like a cinema, and I hope this COVID will allow us to do it. So it would be nice to share this with her, you know.
Imaš 15 mesta, svaka ima po 1000 dinara. Koliko ti
A to je 15.000.
Vidiš da znaš.